first got introduced to him because he's so mysterious and shy.
He has that fake tattoo on his ripped muscle. And,
so ripped.
Yeah.
What about you, Shay?
I said at the beginning that I wanted to play like Allison's character. I thought it'd be really fun. She's so the opposite of Emily and just like rah. But now I think it'd be so much fun to play Mona. You know, and just be like that psycho, twisted, like with the dolls. She's so many different layers to her, and I mean, no one else could be Mona. Janelle plays it perfectly, but you know, she does get a lot of fun stuff to work with. Material.
Janelle does crazy really well. That sounds really terrible.
But
she does. I mean,
we
she
mean it in the most complimentary way possible. She does do crazy very well. All right, so Haley from Facebook. If you could meet anyone in the world, dead or alive, who would it be, and what would you say to them?
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Oh, these questions.
I know.
You could meet anyone dead or alive.
Yes, Haley. Dead or alive, anyone in the world. What would you say to them?
What would I say to them?
Ian, do you want to take this one?
I think if it were anybody that came back from the dead, I'd be like, hey, you're not deceased anymore. Crazy. I don't know. That's of course there's so many things cycling through my head. Trying to think of the most PC answer.
Yes, this is a live event.
This is a live event. All right. Do cartoon characters count?
Oh God.
Like Mufasa or something from The Lion King?
Bless your heart.
Does that work?
Ian.
You know, bless your heart.
Bless your heart. Jay, you got anything for us?
Oh my gosh.
That's Southern
dead or alive,
for you,
I mean.
Stupid person.
I mean, what was it was like well-known person or just anybody?
Yeah, anyone.
Well, I'm going to be, I mean, I was extremely close to my grandparents, so I'd bring them back and get some extra time to hang out with them more than anybody else. I'd bring back my grandparents.
Yeah.
I like that.
Again, that would be so difficult because I'd be like, could I just bring back all my family members? Like if this were a genie giving it to me, I'd be like, can I just bring them all back for like a hot second? I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so we have another question coming in from Facebook. If you could take something from this set, what would it be? You guys have a great set. I visited a couple of times. Very cool rooms. And you got great fashion too, so I might be inclined to go to the wardrobe. But this isn't it's about y'all. What would you take from the set?
I'd take my apartment. I think that apartment is so cool.
Yeah, you have a really awesome apartment.
And then put it, I would also travel through time with said apartment and put it in like when I was in college because the various apartments that I had were like a step above condemned living spaces, you know? So I would totally take Ezra's apartment.
Cool.
I would take, okay, this sounds so creepy, but that Halloween mask, the baby face one.
Oh man.
It's so, I know.
Gross choice.
I'm so twisted, but it's so creepy, that little thing. And I saw it, we saw them all over the place when we were shooting the Halloween episode, like the first one. Season 2 or 1. So okay. Anyways, the first Halloween episode that we shot, there were so many different people wearing those masks, and I was just so like, I'm like so intrigued by masks, and I think this is so Pretty Little Liars that I want to take one with me.
I'm pretty sure you can. Like I think we could.
Could we work that out? Maybe
next outing of ours, we'll go and
without a doubt
hunt one
steal
down.
some masks.
We'll work that out for you.
Our workplace, yeah.
All right, Tiffany's got a question for you, Shay. Do you feel that you and your character are similar?
So this is a really interesting question, Tiffany. Thank you. At the beginning, when I first started shooting the show, my answer was always the same, and it was we are completely different. You know, from everything from style. Clearly, this is what I wear every day, heels and dresses. But obviously Emily started off being very sporty and very athletic, and we just were very different style-wise. Personality-wise, at the beginning, I kind of say the same thing. She was a lot more quiet, a lot more timid, and not so sure of herself. But now, playing Emily, I'm noticing a lot more similarities. And I don't know if that's because I'm clearly playing her and I'm bringing more of my mannerisms to her character.
Right.
But I also just feel that with her storyline and everything that the writers have given her, she's become a lot stronger now. And, a little bit more sure of herself than she was from the first season. And even her style has evolved, you know, and there's things that I'll wear to fitting, and Mandy will be like, those are awesome, you know, sneakers, and I'll be like, hey, let's get them for Emily, you know, they have like jewels on them or something, but I somehow get them in there.
Awesome.
And like a little bit working with more like accessories and then like different outfits. So I love Emily's style this season. It's my favorite one. And it's just cool getting to have a little bit more input and, you know, my opinion on her style and everything like that. So I'd say we are getting to be more similar as the seasons progress.
Yeah, and it's been so interesting to see how all of your characters have really evolved in the character development that's been there, and that's because here you are now in the middle of season 3. So, and we're all celebrating that right now here on our live web streaming event. So we want to make sure that this is all celebrating just that. Keep those questions coming into us on Facebook.com/Pretty Little Liars, and don't forget, which I'm pretty sure you won't, the summer finale is tomorrow night, Tuesday, August 28th, 8/7 Central on ABC Family. Okay, so we have another question coming in from Celeste, and she asks, Ian, how do you relate? Excuse me, Ian, how do you relate to Mr. Fitz?
Relate to Mr. Fitz? That's a good question. I guess. What do you mean by relate? If in that you mean, how am I similar to him?
Yes.
I mean, again, I think it's because I'm ripping off every answer that you've said.
Wow.
I think it's yeah. Especially by season 3, you feel a little bit more comfortable in the character, and you are, you know, just adding more and more of you. And I think with any character that you take on, there's always going to be a lot of you in it. You know, just in certain circumstances.
Definitely.
But how do I relate to Mr. Fitz? I guess, like, you know, a lot of people. Especially when I travel, people will kind of say, like, "Oh, I love your show, but how do you sleep at night?" You know, like, you know, kind of propagating this relationship, and ultimately it comes down to, like, obviously there's some strenuous circumstances in this relationship, but ultimately it's a love story, and how I relate to that is, yes, I have been in love in my life because I'm alive, so that's how you just kind of relate. You know, all these other sort of things off to the side are completely irrelevant.
Gotcha.
I hope that's what your question was.
I think so.
Yeah.
How do you find yourself relating, being similar to him? So
yes.
we've got another